Hello students, I will be discussing summary and vocabulary of the poem on his 23rd birthday. So let's get started. Summary of the poem. The speaker laments how quickly time, which he compares to a thief that robs people of their youth, has stolen his 23 years. His days pass swiftly in a rush, yet he has not produced anything substantial. He does not physically look like man he is close to becoming. And although he has potential, he doesn't seem as impressive or promising as those who have accomplished more in their time. But whether it be small or large, whether it happens sooner or later, whatever he does will be nothing more or less than his fate, however low or exalted, and which only time and God determine. If he has the grace to follow God's will, everything will be exactly as God designed it. So in the poem, there are some words which need some explanation, like the subtle thief, hasting days, truth, semblance, timely happy spirit, endued, and grace. So I will explain them to make you understand the poem. Subtle. So subtle means something being subtle usually means that it is smart, sophisticated, and slightly restrained. But Milton uses the word in a related but slightly different sense. For Milton, the word means something like crafty, treacherous, or malicious. One has the sense that time is not only a thief but particularly effective one. So effective, then one might not even notice him at work, like Milton, who could not notice how time has stolen his youth or his 23 years of his life. Hasting. Hasting means to be in a hurry or to move quickly. Along with fly and career, the word convey speed and chaos. Time moves here with anarchic energy that the speaker cannot control. Career. In contemporary English, the word career usually refers to one professional path in life, one's job or vocation. The word refers to swift and violent motion, often with a sense that things are out of control. Shoot. The word is a contraction of shoot, which means to show or to display. Milton cuts the second vowel from the word to make it better fit the meter. So instead of ending the line on an awkward, unstressed syllabus, the contraction allow it to end with a forceful stressed syllabus. Therefore, he cuts the syllable E. Semblance. Semblance means the appearance of a person or thing, how he or they look. Arrived. The word is a contraction of arrived. The past tense of the verb arrive. Here it means something like to reach or to attain. With its connotation of travel and distance, the word continues and contribute to the metaphors of line 3. Line 3 is, my hasting days fly with full career, which compare time to something that physically moves across space at great velocity. Timely happy. Timely happy? This is not a real word. Milton has invented it for the poem. That said, we can arrive at a reasonable sense of what it might mean by thinking of the two words in isolation. So, we will try to understand the word differently, timely and happily separately. So, timely refers to something that happens on schedule, or more broadly, something apt and appropriate. Happy can refers to a sense of satisfaction and pleasure, or more broadly, it might refer to something lucky. But the root of the word hap means luck. So to be timely happy is thus to arrive at happiness or luck on schedule, when you are supposed to. Someone who is timely happy is doing all the right things at exactly the right time. So this is the meaning of timely happy. Induce. Induce is a contraction of verb indue. Usually the word means to bring in or to introduce or to provide with a quality or ability. This word is close in sense and sound to the word endow. Endow means to provide with a quality or ability. Milton suggests here that the timely happy spirit have been given some kind of gift that allow them to remain on to produce the right things at right time. It is an important moment in the poem. As talented, as lucky as those spirits are, Milton suggests their talent and luck does not belong to them, but come some from other place else. Grace. So this is very important word in the poem. A complicated and fraught word which God gives gift to human beings. So grace, this is given in the form of gift or also grant them salvation. In Puritan theology, only a small subset of humanity, the elect, selected one, possess grace. So it is evident not only in their piety or devotion but also in their material success. The key question is what one can do to receive God's grace. So for Puritans, because Milton was a Puritan, and for many other Protestants sects, one cannot do anything. Grace is something given by God, or you simply have to accept what God gives you. Thank you for watching this video.